Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Solo Wanderer. It's even Jack Stevens, and this is real life, if you couldn't tell. It's been a really hot, brutal summer in my part of the country, and we had a little cool snap kick in this weekend where it's only like 70 degrees. I think it'll actually get down to 60 tonight, and I decided I was going to go on a little solo overnight hiking / camping trip. So we are currently coming up from the parking lot down there. I had to basically four-wheel in my car to get up here. Almost, anyway. And I'm out of breath because I'm carrying like 30 pounds on my back. And I have no mic. I have no tripod. I'm really not prepared to be making a video like this, but I thought maybe it would be fun since I haven't checked in a while. Nice big mushroom there. Can munch on that, right? So anyway, oh look, chanterelles. So this is a place in Virginia. We are hiking up Coal Mountain. This particular portion of Coal Mountain is the Appalachian Trail. So we will follow the Appalachian Trail up to the top of the peak here, and it's a really nice kind of meadow peak at the top with really good views, because I think this one's close to 5,000 feet tall when you get to the top. I'm probably going to sit up there and then have a little lunch, make a cup of coffee, and then we'll follow the Appalachian Trail a little bit further down. I can't remember exactly how far, a couple miles, and then we'll step off on a blue blaze, and I think that's called the Hotel Trail, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've done this, and we'll follow the Hotel Trail around to where I plan to camp tonight. Set up camp there. I did get here a little bit later than I had anticipated today. So it is going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So sunset's about 20 after. Not me talking to my fucking phone while somebody's walking by. But yeah, sunset's about 20 after 8. So that should be more than enough time to get down to camp and get it set up. I'm going to end up spending quite a bit of time on the peak up here though, because that's kind of the main reason that I wanted to come. So probably hang out there for an hour, maybe 2, and then continue on. And I've already looted a headlamp for my house. So if we do have to do a little bit of night hiking, we can, but I doubt it's going to come to that. So yeah. twig breaking sound effect. A good place to light a fire and hide your smoke. There's Mr. Bumblebee. There he is, being happy there. Getting him some pollen. Bumblebee bro. So yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well in the past few months. I haven't played 1 second of video games since I made the announcement that I was going to put the channel on pause. I doubled down working on music. I've got about 5 songs done, but then my friend that mixes my music for me had a kid and hasn't had a chance to be able to mix and master my things, which is almost a necessity. So just kind of waiting in limbo right now. I've had a very chaotic summer that I've been dealing with, so I've been spending most of my free time working out in some capacity, jogging, calisthenics, a little bit of weight training, that type of stuff. But this will definitely be a summer for the books, all things considered. So I'm just trying to go with the flow a little bit. That was part of what made me want to come up here on a solo tip. Is just as busy and hectic and everything else as I've been lately. I sort of wanted to have some time to clear my head. There's a white blaze. I'll tell you that you're on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, just come out here. As long as you're not terminally isolating. Isolation can lead to elevation sometimes. And so I am isolating while I am literally elevating. And then when I get to camp, I might elevate a little bit more, if you get my drift. But yeah, we'll be kind of starting to approach the top of this mountain now. And I will end up getting my selfie stick out. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, what's up, yo? This is so against my natural element, having this fucking thing out right now. Hey, I live a little, right? So we're kind of coming out of the woods here and getting to where the meadow that's on top of this mountain is starting to take shape. So, it's all hiking poles. You'll see a lot of these, tighten this thing up. Got like a lot of pretty flowers going on here. I don't know what all these are. Got some happy butterflies here. Look at them all. I hear a lot of buzzing. A lot of bumblebees, which I'm cool with bumblebees. I am not cool with wasps. Sometimes these will attract wasps, and if you've got a busy day hiking on trail, since the trail's so narrow, they'll kind of get agitated by all the traffic going by, and they are not happy when you walk by them. But bumblebee bros don't give a shit, usually. Oh, what you know about that? What you know about that? That's Mount Pleasant there. The mighty Blue Ridge Mountains, one of the oldest mountain chains in America. And we are going to be going up there to have a little lunch. Zoom in a bit. Too much. Walking off the trail, trying to pay attention to what I'm shooting. That's not a bad little view behind us, huh? How you like this fucking hat? Picked this up from a spawn town. It's merely worn. Boots are damaged though, for sure. I have to find some different boots. I got the Spirit of the Wolf going on, which y'all know about that. Fucking tremendous out here right now. we're kind of walking on the ridge line here, which technically we've been walking on a ridge, but a little bit more narrow here. So it is good to be making some noise while you're out here. These little blind corners and things, there are black bear up here that you have to be mindful of. A lot of times they're not going to be where there's a lot of people, but you just never know while they're out foraging. And kind of keep your eyes out for snakes too. They're timber rattlers up here, copperheads. So those are the two main venomous ones that are here. And then in black bear country, you don't have to worry about it so much. But I do have a can of bear spray with me. But that's a little bit for the bears, but mostly if any of these fucking weirdos coming up here interested in some non-consensual PvP, I got a little something to defend myself. We got some folks up there at the actual peak having some lunch. So I kind of snuck down here. Everything's so overgrown you can't really see as much as you normally can. We're going to end up camping down in that valley. So once we leave off of here, the trail runs that way. It'll start going down the other side of the mountain, and then you kind of dip down into this valley, and you'll end up kind of camping down there. So there's the setup right there. I'm gonna unpack a little food, make myself comfortable, and yeah, probably end up making a cup of coffee while we're up here, and yeah, just chilling a little bit. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I just got done eating some lunch up here. Been hanging out a couple hours by now. Enjoying the peace. Surrounded by crickets and bumblebees. So I just had a random NPC encounter with a gentleman that was picking wild raspberries from the side of the trail, and he just put them on his peanut butter sandwich. And I appreciated him for that. So as I was saying, I'm coming down the backside of Cold Mountain now. And this will kind of meander down into this valley here. And then end up following a little creek for a little ways. And then we'll cross the creek and start heading up the opposite mountain over there. Well, I guess it's a different part of the same one. And that will be where up on that ridge across the way. I don't know if you can see it with all this tree cover. Let's see if there's some up here. I think I'm oriented right anyway. We get down there, I'm about positive that it's like back down that way. I'm gonna cross that ridge over there to some capacity. So be a nice little walk. It is actually 2:45 now, so I didn't quite stay till 3 like I wanted to. But I just couldn't 100% remember how long the trail was to the campground. I would really prefer not to have to hike at night. So, plus I've got IRL. I've got a bad knee debuff, and I'm wearing a brace, but I was just, I've been doing a lot to strengthen it in the past few months. Hey, more chanterelles. I think that's a chanterelle. Yeah, see those false gills there? Smells like a apricot. You can eat that. What was I saying? The same shit happens to me in real life as it does in game. Oh, I was nursing my knee. So, I just kind of want to make sure I'm taking it nice and slow on the way down. And, so far it's feeling actually pretty good. So, I think all the exercise is paying off. So, anyway, I will, oh wait, actually I think there is a little overlook over here, if I remember correctly. Or a piece of one anyway. We'll just end up going. Right up around here. Yeah, look at that. And keep an eye out for snakes. Since it's a cool day, one would maybe expect them to want to come try to warm up on a rock. It's kind of gotten kind of overcast though. Oh yeah, that's something else. That's why I come out here. Just down into that valley, ravine right there. Alright, I'm going to continue walking this way. And if anything cool pops up or the terrain changes or something, I'll pop back in. I can't remember what this thing's called, but I'm about 100%. This is a 100%. I'm 90% sure. This is a mushroom of some sort. And it's got a cool name, but I can't remember it now. That is a find right there. Oh man, I wish I could remember it. It's something like death fingers or some crazy shit. I don't remember. The sunlight came out for a little bit. Kind of walking along this slope here. It's kind of cool. Oh, what is that? What is that bird right there? Oh, shit, zoom in. What is that, dude? Check that guy out. He's pretty. Wow, I've never seen that before. I wish I could get better footage of this right now. Look at him go. Sick. Here, let's back it out. Boy, that was something else. I'm gonna have to search him on the internet when I get home. I wonder if we'll hear the cheeseburger bird while we're out here. I don't think those are actually in this part of the country, to be honest. Alright, just got off on a hotel trail, Blue Blaze, off from the Appalachian Trail. So we are continuing down in the valley. Coal Mountain, top of Coal Mountain was that way. So we're kind of coming down here now. And just kind of keep on meandering downwards until we hit the shelter down here. And that's by the creek, and then the trail will follow the creek down for a little ways before we cross over. what is interesting to me, it might be from these trees falling, but looks like something kind of crashed down through here at a certain point. You can kind of see all this stuff kind of tore up, but I can't see. There is some trees down there, but I would just be curious if I can't see a log or anything. Maybe there is one down there, but that might be where an animal decided to go down the mountain. I've taken this hike in the fall before and it's not nearly as cool. All this stuff isn't grown up at all. Like, come on, man, look at that. Just crazy yellow flowers everywhere. Whew. He just got dive bombed by an insect. Wonder who he is yelling. I don't feel like looking for him now. This is the tree of woe here. Look at that guy. Oh, that one, he caught a branch there. Look at that, just nightmare waiting to happen right over the trail. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. Looks like it's wedged in there pretty good, right? Oh, I might just be able to make out. I can't tell if that's wind through the trees or if it's water in the distance. A little turkey tail there. I believe that's turkey tail. There is a false turkey tail, but this looks a little vibrant. But it's either one of the two. There we go. It's nice. Alright, so the shelter's that way. We don't really need to stop there. We'll follow the trail this way. We had been getting a lot of water. It's merely trickling. There's a hunting POI there. We won't stop at that. Don't need the gear currently. Nice big patch of chanterelles. They are out today. It's hard to kind of spot. I've been kind of trying to keep my eyes open for some chicken of the woods, but the terrain's so rough here, you don't want to twist an ankle when you're out here by yourself. So it's kind of hard to keep your eyes on everything at once. Yeah, so that creek is running down. You can kind of see the wash there. Leading down, the creek runs down that way, and so we're just following that on down. When you get to where we're a little bit closer to crossing, I'll pick back up. You know, it occurred to me that I've been talking about this little creek crossing down here. Somebody might have got it in their head that it was like ankle or knee deep, which is not the case. So I'm sure this is actually pretty anticlimactic. That ain't too bad. I might have to step wide, actually. It's going to be a slick ass rock there. Alright, so that continues on down this way. Now we're going to kind of start following the slope of this mountain up and eventually walk around the side here, start going up in that direction. We got down here. Oh, they must have had a tree fall down. Check this out. Oh yeah, that was a big boy. Somebody had to carry a chainsaw all the way down here for this one. You know, somebody got paid to do that mostly. Well, I don't know. They might actually have volunteers out here. But in certain places and parks, this isn't technically a park, I don't think. We do have people that get paid to do that. Oh yeah, look at this. Somebody had to get some logs to build their base. Yeah, so far this is like really chill. I picked the direction on this route in particular because the parking lot on the opposite side of Cold Mountain's kind of towards the peak, so it's only, I don't know, maybe a mile up. Walking up to get to the top of Cold Mountain is not bad, and then you're coming down here until you start walking up again, but you basically only have to walk halfway up a mountain before you're at the same level as where the parking lot is on the other side. So it's like a pretty short walk out of here. This will be a nice little leisurely trip here, just to kind of chill out. It's been massively chill. Got all these rocks over here. I think since it's a Sunday, probably aren't going to get many, have much more company today. That's one of my favorite parts. I marvel at it every time I walk by it on every trip. Alright, so there is some steep sections here. So this is where we kind of start heading up the mountain again. So I had a nice little break, and now it's pretty much going to be uphill till camp. So I think that's a couple miles from now. Depending on how overgrown things are, there are some pretty decent views up here. Okay, I think there might be a couple other cool places up here, but I'm gonna have to chill out on filming because I don't have a battery or anything. I told you I was unprepared for this, so just one battery charge of footage I got. I'd like to get some footage of camp tonight and in the morning. Oh, drop my pulse. Oh yeah, we've been walking uphill, buddy. We've been walking fucking uphill, bud. That's a pretty view, though. Alright, so you'll notice that it's called like Hog Camp and Cow Camp Gap up here. Back in the 1800s, there used to be plots of land here, basically for, I think I remember reading Scotsman's hillbillies. And they, sorry, this hill's whooping my ass right now. They hand laid these based off the rock that was here to make pens or pastures for their pigs. Maybe pigs here. I'll have to refresh my research. But so yeah, in this little particular part of the trail, you got these old walls built that are kind of cool. It goes way down there, see? But yeah, somewhere up the way there's a spot where a wildfire caught, like right around the corner from it. This has been many years ago, but that's kind of, and it kind of goes in bands down. There's some on the other side of the mountain too that will, if I recall correctly, that will pass on the way out in the morning. Looks pretty sick. Twisted, RL twisted one back there. Oh, getting up against the branches. Oh, it's already on that. It's already on zoom one. I'll zoom it out a little bit. How about that unnaturally dark area in the woods over there? How about this, man? So cool. Here's some different kind of chanterelles. There's some big boys right there. Actually, no, there's, yeah, white on the inside, false gills, chanterelle. There's one called a jack-o'-lantern. It looks very similar. And you cannot eat that one. It's a big no-no. All right. Here is camp for the night. I just hit my steps goal for the day, coincidentally. We got a big fire ring here. There's a couple of them scattered back around that way. So we were kind of up that way. We'll see it a little bit better on the way out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna find a good spot to camp. We camped back here last time. I kind of would be apt to do it again. Just tuck away back here some. There's like a very private one back here. Make you feel a little bit better about being tucked away, sleeping alone in the woods with nothing but a thin synthetic material around you for protection and your rugged wits, your expired bottle of bear spray. Oh, this was not this big last time we were here. But I think this is going to be home for tonight, for sure. We'll walk back that way and stash the food. When we're done, we'll put the tent here, and then I can walk out there to the front area and cook. That way I'm kind of keeping my food away from the tent area. Damn, somebody really did that out here, huh? That's crazy work right there. Okay. All right, well, I'll probably pop back in half hour, 45 minutes when I've had time to set camp up and get settled in a little bit. All right. It's been about 40 minutes. I've got the tent set up. In my haste, I didn't orient the cross members correctly front to back, So this one, the rain fly doesn't fit quite right. It's it's a little off center, but it blocks the rain, and I'm not taking it down to do it again. It's gonna have to be what it is. So yeah, there's my tent. We'll do a quick gear check. So Kelty Night Owl 2, I've probably had for going on 8 years now or so. Got a Kelty 20-degree bag in there and a Climate what is that, a Static V2 inflatable pad underneath, which is suitable for cooler weather but not cold weather. I think it's supposed to get down into the 60s tonight, so I'll likely be warm. Yeah, here's I've got the legit mountain bag from DayZ. They're very similar anyway. It's 55 liter Osprey Aether. Like that bag. It's a little overkill for a trip like this, but I do go ahead and pack heavy. So here's all that food just for one day and one night. They say you pack your fears, and I fear getting hungry. There's my last line of defense against unsanctioned PvP. We're out here. I was hiking with 5 liters of water, so I didn't need to filter my own. So it's a 3-liter bladder, and then I had 2 1-liter bottles. Actually, that might be 1.5 liters. So anyway, I had about 5 liters I walked in on. I drank the first 2 on the way up here and used it for coffee or whatever. So we're gonna go. We're gonna take this stuff up there and get to cooking a little dinner. All right, so we got you should try to keep food away from your tent when you're kind of hiking out here away from everybody. I mean, this isn't like backcountry or anything, or like on a 5-mile trail or some shit, but I am cooking over here. Found a little log to post up on to cook over here. Kind of easy to get lost in the moment, which is 100% what I was looking for out here. So this is going to boil, and that sits for a while. It pretty much is going to grub down. I might pop back in, a little bit, but there's the scenery. And there is no one. I haven't seen anyone in hours. So I think I'm pretty well by myself. I just saw a deer. I think it was looking at me and spotted me. This is just like DayZ. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice. That's a big one. What's up, mama? Oh. Like, what's going on? Sick. All right, it's like 8:30, actually 8:15, which is about the time the sun goes down, so it'll be getting dark soon. My battery's on like 15%, and I gotta sleep with my phone off. So I had like an audio book queued up and some things to get me through the night, but I'm just gonna be like face tanking the sounds of the woods while I sleep tonight. I've already in here hanging out for shit a good couple hours. I went and I stashed the bear canister, and yeah, I just been kind of in here hanging out, just listening, everything, relaxing. So anyway, I'm gonna be nodding off. Try to save some juice for in the morning on the walk out. At least say good morning. So anyway, good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. Just waking up a few minutes ago. It's like 6. I woke up at 6:15. It's 6:40 now. My battery's on like 9%. So I'm just making some coffee now, and I'm gonna turn this back on when we are walking out. There's the sun coming up right there. It's gonna be a nice little cup of coffee this morning. Here's camp from last night with very active woods and a very quiet night, I might add. We just scared the shit out of each other, but he came back. She came back. Hey, sweetheart. That might be the one that was hanging out here last night. It would get all the way up to the tent, and then I would holler, and I would hear something with hooves running away, probably 2 or 3 times. I eventually got to the point where I had to put earplugs in because I wasn't going to get any sleep. All right. It's 7:40. Got camp all cleaned up. I'm walking away from it now. Our little deer friend kept hanging out and was being very inquisitive this morning. I'm willing to bet that's the one that was keeping me company last night. So, but it's looking like it's going to be a pretty hike out. It's not that far. I don't remember exactly how far it is, but I will end up probably turning this back on. There's a really cool portion of the trail up here. I'll probably turn this back on for. Alright, we were just camped up that way, and way up there, I'm about positive somewhere around there is where we were eating lunch yesterday. Up that way. So it's kind of, we're down in this valley here, and gonna be headed that way now. Alright, as we walk through this neat little forest here that got caught up in the, I think this is part of the wildfire some years back too. I want to thank y'all for watching. My battery is at 5% now, and probably just going to run it out. I may like to have 2 or 3% in case I have an emergency on the way home. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. I hope you like this. I'd probably say there's a better chance of me doing more of these in the near future than playing DayZ. Just kind of based on the season of life that I'm in right now. So, appreciate you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.